Do I really need this job? The job interview is going well so far. The questions take an odd turn. The more the interviewer asks, the more you suspect the business is a front for criminal activity. Jared hurriedly put the finishing touches on his tie. He's not exactly a suit and tie guy, but desperate times require desperate measures. Having been unemployed for what seems like forever, this Harvard grad has reached a point of what he considers no return. "I'll take anything," the words raced through Jared's mind as he tugged gently on his shirt collar and adjusted his tie one final time. No hair out of place, glasses perfectly settled on his face, and that shiny trademark smile, visible from what seems like miles away. What could go wrong? I've been through hundreds of these, Jared nervously asks himself, quickly stepping out of the company bathroom. He finds the well-worn, long leather couch in the reception room. "Mr. Reinhold?" A female voice inquired. "Good morning, Jared Reinhold. Thank you for showing up. Right this way." He didn't quite catch the name of the slim blonde in the well-cut pantsuit outfit, but then again, it didn't matter. Jared's initial excitement about the details and locations of his job interviews seemed to blur after the rejections flooded in. He's reached a point where he just doesn't want to get his hopes up. Maybe this would be it, maybe not. The best I can do is give it my best shot. He's reached that point. As the large oak doors swing open, he's greeted with the well-worn yet warm hand of Mr. Sanchez, or at least that's the name on the person's desk. Roughly, Jared can't quite place the exact age range of Mr. Sanchez, but he's roughly between mid-40s to late 50s. A portly man with an easy smile and kind eyes. Jorge Sanchez had unmistakable eagerness in his voice. "Thank you for your interest in our company, Mr. Reinhold. You have quite an impressive resume." Jared can't quite make the accent, but he knows it's somewhere in South America with a little bit of a Galician lisp to it. Having had Latino friends in college, Jared is quite confident that Mr. Sanchez is either a Spanish immigrant to a Latin American country or a member of a later generation of Galician Spanish immigrants. "What do you know about our company?" The familiar question rang out of Jorge's lips. Well, Jared fought valiantly not to start his sentence with "so, well," or, not to mention the almost lethal like. Rodriguez Brothers has made quite a name for itself in the international shipping and logistics industry, and I want to be part of its exciting future. Looking like he sniffed an unwelcome scent, Jorge Sanchez straightened his back slightly. "What is it about our business developments that you are most intrigued by?" Jared knows the drill. Such follow-up questions are intended primarily to sniff out applicants who lay out one too many platitudes. You know the drill: leading company, cutting-edge innovative, path-breaking pioneers, and similar impressive-sounding phrases that don't mean much of anything. This was obviously a trap. "I like what your company did with your Costa Rica 2020 project. It broke a lot of new ground." A smile comes across Jorge's face. Perhaps it was more out of relief that he wasn't wasting his time with yet another clueless kid straight out of college desperate to get any job. Or maybe it's sincere appreciation that somebody actually cares about the company's latest and greatest efforts at streamlining its operation. "Well, thank you, Mr. Reinhold. We put a lot of work into the direct cargo transfer system that we set up for that project. As you know, the main hassle, if you will, with cargo doesn't have much to do with moving boxes, cargo containers, or any kind of load from point A to point B. It has more to do with paperwork." Jared completes Sanchez's sentence for him. "Correctament, Senior," the Latin American responded excitedly. "Do you have any experience dealing with compliance and regulation issues?" "Yes. I've taken legal studies, and I've also worked at Cargo, a data company, where we looked at manifests and tracked shipping permit compliance and other necessary paperwork before moving cargo. My experience involves more of an overview instead of specific." Sanchez smiles. "Yes, instead of specific cases, you see the big picture. It's nice to see the big picture, right?" At this point, a sense of shallow panic starts to take over Reinhold. Did I say something wrong? Is this a trap? Did I overextend myself? He's been through this many times, and he is no stranger to self-sabotage when it comes to interviews. Maybe this is one of those unfortunate situations. Before he could answer, Sanchez follows up. "We can train you in all the small stuff.
No worries.
That's what HR is for, after all." He chuckled. Jared chuckled in response, not quite sure what to say. "The unit that I'm interviewing you for specializes in discretionary shipping. We have, let's just say, very sensitive clients. Jared still could not formulate a follow-up answer that he's sure would not offend or draw suspicion. He needs this job. So he gently nodded as if hoping against hope that all he needed to do to get Sanchez to keep talking. You know, Adam shakes high-level executives from multinational companies based in the United States but paying taxes far away from the United States. I hope you understand what I'm getting at. At this point, Sanchez's eyes are narrowed searchingly. Maybe he's trying to size up Reinhold's ability to connect the dots, or perhaps he's warming up the interviewee for a possibly juicy revelation. I'm sure I can learn whatever systems your company uses to manage, track, and archive such sensitive information. I have dealt with secure systems before. Have you heard of the Pegasus system? At this point, Sanchez's tentative smile became a bright grin. Yes, Pegasus, his phonetic pronunciation ringing out slightly. Very secure, right? Absolutely. 128-bit encryption and absolutely secret keys. Jared responded, a tinge of cockiness punctuating his sentence. Yes, security. Mr. Sanchez continues to grin. Mr. Reinhold, when can you start? At this point, Jared, buried in at least $120,000 in student debt and living week to week on a friend's couch in Queens, New York, thought he didn't have many options. This $120,000 per year entry-level job would definitely go a long way. But it was also obvious to Jared that despite his relative lack of experience, Mr. Sanchez's company is a front for international smuggling of who knows what kind of contraband. The fact that he seemed to be super sensitive about data security and tracking, evidenced by their use of the Pegasus system, makes anybody who wishes to follow the law want to stay away. Still, he's got 120,000 reasons to second-guess his better angels.